Today's episode is about a saw, a pot, a stick, and a man with a campfire. What's up guys, Dan here, Coalcracker, Bushcraft. Today, cook system, because everybody's going to be heading out into the woods real soon if you are fair weather campers, which is fine. Which, as long as you're getting outside, I'm happy about it. But you can use a lot of the stuff you learned over these winter months while you're out there. And today I'm going to show you a very simplistic cook kitchen, and then we'll build on that, where you can go back and watch old videos and build off of this one. So lots of different stuff. So really easy one today. It does just require a stick, okay? So that's why the saw came into play, which we're gonna be doing some other stuff with the saw also, but you can cut this down, or you can do this with an axe if you want to, or your knife. I just had a saw with me today, so that's what we're going with. But I cut a stick down, so the stick needs to be a little bit bigger than thumb size, and it needs to be super long. This stick is probably 10 foot, 12 foot long, so it's a really long one. And then you're going to be using that in conjunction with your campfire and your bush pot to cook your food and control the heat. So the stick is going to help control that heat. So when you're doing this, I call this more like a hasty type of cook system, for the simple fact that this is going to be one of those things, you're just out for the day exploring, trekking around, you find a spot, you're going to make yourself some coffee, hot chocolate, maybe some kind of stew or soup, and then put out your fire and be on your way. So it's not going to be like a permanent camp type thing. I guess it could be, but it is more just like you're cruising around and you're going to get it done. So as you're cruising around, you decide, hey, it's about that time to start the fire and get some stuff going. You want to look for a location that has a tree that has lots of branches coming off it on the lower side. So if you can't reach them, they're probably too high. If they're lower and you can touch them, or like waist level, it is going to be perfect. And then you have to look around that area. You want to make sure that there is an area around that tree somewhere that you can start a fire. Now, if you're in an area with that root fires are very common, you might want to stay away from this one, but where we're at, that's not really that big of a worry, and the fire's not going to be burning all along. It's just going to cook us some food or drink, and then we're going to be on our way. So I have some low branches, some higher branches, and everything else I need. Now that I identify my spot where I'm going to make my campfire, before I do that, I do want to get this cook system set up. It's just a little bit easier this way. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to work off this low branch. I'm going to take my stick and literally just lay it in here. Your stick is going to find its natural bend because of gravity, and then you can adjust no matter where you want. So if I want my campfire like basically right in this area, great, I'm going to get my stick positioned, all right, right there. Now here's the nice part of the system. You're going to go ahead, once your stick is in place where your campfire is going to be, and you're going to cut a series of V notches down this stick. So just real quick, down and dirty for this one, enough on that V notch. Now not too far through that the stick falls apart, but enough that when you put your pot on here, okay, that the V notch holds the kettle in place, just like this, okay? So really nice and easy. Now, what we're gonna do here is I'm going to create a series of these, and what that's going to do for us is it's going to allow us to adjust how close this pot is to the fire. It could be right on the coals, a little bit off the coals, a little bit higher. So that means we're going to adjust our campfire and make a longer fire, not big and wide and round like normal, just a nice long fire underneath, get some warmth on like a cool day like today in Pennsylvania, and we will be good. So just once you get your pot on there the first time, go ahead and cut the rest of your notches. And again, you could add as many of these or as little of these as you want. It's your fire and it's your project. So I have one there, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna come up a little bit higher and put another one right here. We'll just put 3 in for the video, nice and easy stuff, okay? And then we have this very adjustable. All right, so now as you assess where your campfire is gonna be, assess if that is going to be good heights for you. If for some reason you feel like the branch you picked is just too low, that you're not getting enough change in temperature according to the pot where the fire would be, then simply just find a different branch, which in our case, we do have higher branches here, so I can go up to a higher branch, okay? And we can do basically the same thing. So you see we have a lot more tilt on there this time. Now when I put my pot on, okay, if I would have my campfire here, okay, as I come up, I'm getting a lot more change from that heat. and I can come up even again and get even more change. So we can adjust like that depending on the height. If you can't find a tree or you found a spot, hopefully you can find a tree if you're in the forest. If you can't find a tree with good Ys on it, you can always take this stick once you put your pot on. That's the only downfall with the system. Once the pot's on, moving it a lot is a little bit of pain in the butt, but you can put your branch wherever you want, lash it to the tree a little bit, and then just let it hang there. And then you can lift it this way and go off the ground side to get your pot on or off. So a lot of different stuff, but the best scenario here is finding that branch, having it set up this way, and then your pot just working down along your notches. And again, if you change that, you can just change where your notches are. Really easy. All right, everybody, and there you go. Hasty pot hanger, really quick, really easy. You can see how down and dirty this thing is. A lot of different things, though, you can do to enhance this system, but if you want it quick and easy, this might be it for you. So hey, another tool for the toolbox. So if you like this video, hit like and subscribe down below. You can also check us out at coalcrackerbushcraft.com for all our classes, our blog, and our merchandise. And until next video, stay in the woods.